Hi, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis education. Click the link for a free week trial, no credit card required, and gain access to our multiple live broadcasts daily, community chat room, educational videos, nightly watch lists, and more. Invest in your education and future and join the community today. Hello everyone, checking in on gold. Congrats to the bulls. So we've got the verge of the bullish MACD cross. We've got the 200-day turning into support, and we're looking for this bounce to really start progressing. Key resistance is up in the 1279s. That's the highest level we saw on the bounce attempt, and if we break that, there's not a ton of resistance until the $300 psychological level. We'll look at the middle Bollinger Band as a resistance level here on the daily as that continues to drop, but the RSI is coming off of oversold. And if you've been watching these videos, we've been highlighting historically, and I believe James has been highlighting the same historic history, if that makes sense, that every time the RSI gets under 30, we see a pretty nice bounce. And I think it was 10 out of the last 11 times, once the RSI reached from the 20s to 30, it kept going. It didn't reject at 30. And that's pretty good odds. That's a 91% chance, looking at the recent history, that we're going to see continuation, and that's what we saw today. So the weekly time frame, 200-week resistance is 1277.39. We'll need to be watching that as well. We had an inside weak candlestick last week, and as soon as we broke that high of 1266.80, we headed to the upside, and now we've got some higher lows, some higher highs. We need to be aware at this point, it could still be a bear flag on the weekly, and if the bulls can get over that 200-week moving average resistance, that might change the look of the thing, or look of things, which could be a bear flag. But as of right now, gold is in full control by the bulls, and we see that big move pre-market, and now we're consolidating. It's normal and healthy. The hourly RSI got up into the mid-70s. We had the 4-hour RSI get up over 70. So now we're consolidating. It was a bearish reversal spinning top on the 4-hour chart, confirmed. Key support is 1268.50. We have held that level on 2 tests. So looking at it on the hourly, if we break 1268.50, we're going to see further consolidation back down towards the low 1260s. And resistance, we're seeing lots of rejections on the hourly today from the low 1270s. We'll see if the bulls can form a higher low and then continue this move to the upside and get some higher highs. And we already have a bullish MACD cross here on investing.com. And that's a good sign. That's what I looked at when I zoomed back and looked at the past 7 years. And the bullish MACD cross is when the bounce really got going, historically, when the RSI was oversold. So we'll see how much momentum the bulls have to the upside. It will be very clear if they lose momentum. If we break the higher low pattern, you can also throw some trend lines up here to help you keep an eye on things. And we are still well above this trend line. We could pull all the way back down to 1265 and still be maintaining that. We could pull all the way back down. And as long as we form a higher low but above 1261, it will be a higher low. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. We'll see if the bulls can continue this move to the upside. The bull miners have looked great, and that close over the 10-day moving average resistance was the signal. Rejection 2 days in a row, close above it, inside candlestick, bull break, continuation. We have 2 gap ups in a row. If we gap up tomorrow, it's a bearish reversal pattern showing the bulls are exhausted to the upside. Keep that in mind if gold sees some upside overnight tonight. Middle Bollinger Band resistance on NUGT is going to be in the low $15 range tomorrow. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And for JNUG, that level is at $13.91. So if we do get a third gap up tomorrow, we can start looking for weakness, and then we can start looking at dust and JDST for a 3 gap down bullish reversal pattern. And even if we do get a gap down, well, I'll talk about that tomorrow if that ends up playing out. Pretty unlikely it will at this point. I'd give it maybe a 30% chance, but that's just pulling a number out of the air. So, bull miners in full control, fairly strong close. Gold holding up well here, looking for higher lows and higher highs. We had some market help today, where gold was still consolidating, but the bull miners were holding up towards the high of the day because SPY was seeing a bullish day today as well. So tomorrow will be very interesting. We'll see if we can keep these higher lows and higher highs going. I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in as always. Thanks for the likes and the shares. Have a fantastic Wednesday night.